Hello and welcome back to Innovate IT Lab. Today, I'm going to show you how to install the VICIdial cluster module starting with the database setup. First, let me quickly explain what the VICIdial cluster module is. By default, when you install VICIdial using the standard ISO, it installs all components like Apache, MySQL on a single server. This setup is great for small-scale use and lets you log in and run VICIdial easily on one machine. However, this single server setup has its limitations. You can typically only connect about 25 to 26 agents on one server. So, if you're planning a larger deployment, let's say 100 to 200 agents, you'll need a cluster setup which spreads services across multiple dedicated servers. This improves performance, scalability, and reliability. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through setting up a VICIdial cluster using Oracle VirtualBox. I've already created 3 virtual machines. One for the database, one for the web server, and one for the asterisk server. Step 1. Installing the database server. Let's begin by installing the database server. Go ahead and start the VM. And at the boot selection screen, choose Install VICIbox v10, then press Enter. You'll be warned that all data on the hard drive will be deleted. Make sure there's nothing important, then hit Enter to continue. The installation will now begin and typically takes 15 to 20 minutes. Once installed, log in as user root and press Enter. The default password is VICIdial, all lowercase. Next, select the default language and keyboard layout. After that, accept the license agreement. Now set the time zone. It's important to choose the correct time zone for each server in your cluster, especially the database server. I'm selecting America/New_York for this example. Then set your root password. I'll use a simple one for now, but you should choose something secure. After entering the password, the system will apply the settings. Next, we'll configure the network. We'll assign a static IP to this server. Type YesLAN to open the network configuration page. From there, select your network card and set it to use a static IP as I showed earlier. After that, enter the DNS, the gateway, and set the hostname accordingly. Make sure everything is filled out correctly, then save the settings to apply the changes. For this example, I'll assign an IP of 192.168.0.14. Set your hostname to database, and I'll use Google DNS for simplicity 8.8.8.8. Don't forget to configure the gateway as well. After saving the settings, the network configuration will apply. Let's verify the connection. I'll ping Google. If you get a reply, that means we're connected to the internet. Now that we have internet access, let's update the system. Run. Zipper up. Y. The Y flag auto-accepts the updates. Once done, I recommend rebooting the server to apply changes. If you're using VirtualBox, don't forget to remove the installation ISO before rebooting so it boots from the hard disk. Step 2. Installing VICIdial database services. After rebooting, log in again as root using the same password. You'll see the hostname is now set to database. Now we'll install VICIdial using the cluster method. Here's the command. VICIbox install. Follow the prompts. Continue installation? Yes. Enable expert mode? Yes. Use this IP for VICIdial? Yes. Will this server be used as a database server? Yes. Will this server be a slave? No. Use default MySQL settings? Yes. Will this server be a web server? No. Will this server be a telephony server? No. Archive server? No. Enable built-in firewall? I'll skip this for now, so no. Once you confirm, the installer will begin setting up the database services. After installation, it'll ask you to reboot again. Step 3. Post-install checks. After rebooting, log in again. The database server should now be fully installed and ready to go. You can verify by checking connections. I'm able to log in and access the VICIdial database services. Now that the database is set up, we'll move on to installing the web server and then the asterisk server. In this part, we're going to install the web server for our VICIdial cluster setup. Let's begin by powering on the virtual machine we've designated for the web server. From the installation menu, select Install VICIbox v10 and press Enter. This will begin loading the ISO image into your system memory, whether it's a virtual machine or a physical setup, and will install the operating system onto your hard drive. As always, please be aware, this process will erase all data on the disk. So make sure you've backed up anything important before proceeding. After the installation, we'll log in just like we did with the database server. Use the root user and the default password, which is VICIdial. Press Enter. Select the same language, keyboard layout, and time zone that you used for the database server. This is extremely important. Mismatched time zones between servers can lead to synchronization errors in your VICIdial cluster. Now choose a root password for the system. Again, I'm using a simple one for the demo, but be sure to pick something secure in production. Once those settings are applied, the system will restart network services. Now we'll assign a static IP to this server. Type YASLAN. This will open the network configuration menu. Use the tab key to navigate and select the option to manually assign an IP address. In my setup, the database server is 192.168.0.14, so I'm assigning 192.168.0.15 to the web server. After that, set the host name to something recognizable like web server. Configure the DNS server. I'm using Google DNS 8.8.8.8. And don't forget to set the gateway IP address. When everything is set, hit OK to save your configuration. Now let's verify that the system has internet access. Ping Google, and if you get a reply, you're connected. Next, let's update the system. Zipper refresh and zipper update Y. Once updates are done, go ahead and reboot the server. After rebooting, log in again with the root user and your password. Now we're ready to install VICIdial on this web server. But first, make sure the database server is turned on because we need to sync this machine with it. So let's power on the database VM if it isn't already running. Now switch back to the web server VM and run VICIbox install. You'll be prompted through a series of options. Continue installation? Yes. Enable expert installation? Yes. Use this IP address for VICIdial? Yes. Will this server be used for the database? No. Enter the master database IP address. In my case, it's 192.168.0.14. Use the default MySQL settings? Yes. Will this server be used for the web server? Yes. Install the web redirect page? Yes. Will this be used for telephony? No. Archive server? No. Continue with installation? Yes. Now the web server services will install. Once that's finished, reboot the server again. Step: fix Apache bug if needed. After rebooting, log back in and check the status of the Apache service with System.till status Apache 2. If you notice that Apache isn't running, don't worry, there's a known bug in VICIdial that we need to fix manually. You'll likely see some configuration files that have been renamed or broken. Open the config files and remove the problematic lines. Use 6 or Nano, whichever you're more comfortable with. Scroll down and delete any broken lines or outdated entries. Then save and exit. Once cleaned up, restart Apache. System.till restart Apache 2. And this time it should be active and running. Now, open a browser and enter the IP address of your web server. You should see the VICIdial login page. That's it, your web server is now successfully installed and integrated into your VICIdial cluster. In the next part, we'll move on to setting up the asterisk server. Alright, so far, we've configured the database and web servers for our VICIdial cluster. Now it's time for the third component, the telephony server, where we'll be installing asterisk. We'll follow almost the same procedure as we did for the previous two servers. The only difference is one small change, and I'll show you exactly what that is. Let's get started. I'm logging into the server now. I'll be using the IP address ending in .116 and the same password as before. Now we're going to configure the network. Choose a name for the server, I'll call it asterisk. Then select the gateway and port. Apply the changes. This will write the configuration to your network card. Let's confirm the internet connection. Next, update the repositories. Same as before. Once the update is done, go ahead and reboot the server. Log in again using the same credentials. Great! The repositories are updated. Now we'll begin the VICIdial installation using the same command as before. Follow the prompts. Do you want to continue with the basic install? Yes. Enable the installation? Yes. Should this server act as the database server? No, because we've already set that up earlier. Now enter the IP address of the database server. In my case, it ends in .114. The script will automatically connect to the database using the default settings. Next, should this server act as the web server? No. Should this server be the telephony server? Yes. That's it. VICIdial will now finish the installation on the server. Once done, reboot the server one more time. Let's log back in. Now we'll check if Asterisk is up and running. As you can see, it's installed and functioning correctly. We now have all three components set up. Database server, web server, Asterisk telephony server. Let's open the admin panel. There we go. Everything is working as expected. And that's it. This server is now fully integrated into your VICIdial cluster. You can always add more components later, like a slave server, an archive server, or even more telephony servers if needed. But for now, we've got the three core components installed and working. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.